The UK is not a poor country by any means. However, it is definitely more poorer than what it used to be even as early as 15 years ago, especially when you look at it in dollar terms. It uses most of its natural resources and can only produce half the food it needs. The national debt has almost tripled since 2010, and every public service has been run down in the last 13 years, and there is no money to rebuild them. It is in a state of crisis, raising questions about its economic health and future prospects. Let's explore why Britain is no longer a rich economy. The UK has a higher level of income inequality compared to many of other European countries, particularly the Nordic nations. Homeownership, especially among younger generations, is a challenge. It was the pioneer of the Industrial Revolution and a major player in the global economy, and now it has faced setbacks in its journey. Despite historical periods of rapid growth, innovation, and transformation, the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis has led to problems in productivity, wage levels, and overall performance. The real wages in the United Kingdom declined for 6 consecutive years, which led to a reduction in the purchasing power of households. Real household incomes remained stagnant for 15 years after the crisis, which is causing financial constraints for a significant portion of the population. The UK lost its position as the world's 5th largest economy to India. This shift was attributed to challenges such as surging energy costs, double-digit inflation, and other uncertainties. The aftermath of the financial crisis saw a decline in its investment rate by 20% compared to Norway and 16% compared to the United States. The business investment rate in the United Kingdom has declined, leaving the country trailing behind its counterparts with comparable economies, which has played a significant role in the country's productivity challenges. Investment is identified as a key driver of productivity growth, which the infusion of resources into capital assets, technology, and human capital, empowering businesses in order to enhance efficiency and produce higher quality goods and services. This deficiency in investment contributed to the productivity gap between the UK and its peer nations. Elevated uncertainty at the individual firm level and within the broader parameter is a reason for businesses being reluctant to invest in the UK. Britain's productivity growth rate slowed significantly, ranking among the countries with the lowest productivity in the developed world. From 2000 to 2007, Britain's productivity was second only to that of the United States among the G7 countries. The trajectory of policy uncertainty over the past 25 years has been exacerbated. GDP grew by 0.2% in the second quarter of April to June, but remained flat in the third quarter, which is July to September. The Bank of England refrained from raising interest rates this month or the previous month. The decision not to raise interest rates is attributed to flatlining of the economy, with manufacturing also experiencing a stagnant phase. Britain's per capita GDP is stated to be $46,400, which seems like a fair measure, but there are underlying issues in the financial landscape of the country. The government's response to the crisis included austerity measures in 2010 to reduce spending across various sectors, which include the police, road maintenance, libraries, courts, prisons, and housing assistance for seniors. The goal was to shrink the deficit and instill confidence in financial markets to foster growth, but they faced criticism for entrenching high levels of poverty. Nearly 4 million people in the UK experienced destitution. The United Kingdom is also facing challenges in the education and health sectors. The education system in the United Kingdom is facing financial constraints and a shortage of teachers. Schools are struggling on multiple fronts, which indicates difficulties in providing quality education. The National Health Service is in a state of decline. Despite historical trends of allocating fewer resources to healthcare compared to other prosperous nations, the current per capita health spending in the UK is lower than that of several countries, including Canada, Australia, France, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Germany. The policies implemented decades ago to reduce budget deficits are criticized for causing declines in public services, including education and healthcare. Brexit is a significant factor that has contributed to the decline, particularly in terms of reduced investment, negative impacts on immigration, exports, and increased uncertainty affecting businesses and growth. It resulted in a long-term reduction in the size of the economy by several percentage points. These setbacks reflect a complex interplay of economic, political, and social factors that shaped the wealth landscape post-2008. The Industrial Revolution began first in Britain in the 1700s. Historians have identified several reasons for why the Industrial Revolution began first in Britain, including the effects of the Agricultural Revolution, large supplies of coal, geography of the country, a positive political climate, and a vast colonial empire. It went through a process of deindustrialization where the focus shifted from manufacturing and industry to other sectors, particularly finance. This transition is criticized for causing the decline in productivity and challenges. Its economic choices, such as prioritizing finance over industry, austerity over investment, and a closed economy over an open one, have been influenced by globalization. Deindustrialization has proven detrimental to the UK's well-being. It is grappling with the consequences and responding to the challenges of a globalized world with a mix of financial choices and events which shaped its current state. There is a wealth and productivity disparity between the UK and the US. The average American is 39% wealthier and 38% more productive than the average British citizen. The affordability of housing in the United States is accessible to everyone. Additionally, it implies that young people in the US have a better financial situation compared to their counterparts in the UK. Soaring food and energy bills are the main contributors to the rise in inflation. Food prices remain high at 13.6%, leading to cutbacks on essential groceries. Basic items like sugar, olive oil, sauces, and frozen vegetables have seen significant price surges. Families are making major financial adjustments, including using savings, cutting pensions, and even selling homes to cope. The private sector is witnessing a rapid rate of job cuts comparable to the global financial crisis at an alarming rate, which is raising concerns about the nation sliding towards a recession. Infrastructure issues, including crumbling schools, with over 100 facing closure due to the use of substandard building materials. City councils, such as Birmingham, are running out of funds, which is leading to bankruptcy declarations. The UK is facing a cost of living crisis, job cuts, inflation, housing difficulties, health system issues, and crumbling infrastructure. There are a number of challenges which need attention, such as income inequality, homeownership, regional disparities, and wealth distribution. These challenges have implications for living standards, income equality, and the overall well-being of the population. The government is reluctant to acknowledge this decline, which reflects a denial of the challenges faced by the nation. Comment down below on what you think, and if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.